Hi guys, how are you? This is Josh. Welcome back to our GH live stream. So long time no see. Today we're going to share with you for this kit the number core G649. And here's including 6 pieces the colors and the 4 pieces the glue, the number 1 base, the number 2 activator, the number 3 the top, and the number 4 brush saver. So we're going to use these powder kits to make the designs. Here's the 6 colors. As you can see, it's the dark, mysterious colors, the ocean colors. So today our nail technician wearing is the designs by the number 82, the blue colors. And another designs today we make is this one. Just like the ocean fairy designs with the diamond and chunky glitter. So actually you need to prepare the clear powder and the white powder and the number 82 and the number 86 the colors and one chunky glitter from our G6607. So actually for this kit we have the limited time lining deals right now. You just contact with our after sales service team or just enter the Amazon.com by searching GHdip. You could get this kit with fillable price. So here's the color number 82, the ocean sky blue. And here's the color. And here's the number 86. So actually for the powder, you need to stir well before you're using. And another is the chunky glitter, the GHdip003. And here is the white color, the number 2. For the white powder, it's super perfect choices for you to make all designs. So now we take out the bomb pipette. If you have the bomb or the primer or any dehydrated liquid that you could dry your nail bed first, and because the powders will more be stick with your nail bed. So dry the nail bed is kind of the necessary part. So using the bomb pipette and remove the oil or shine from the nail bed. One by one. So if you have our bomb pipettes, actually could nail for our bomb pipettes without any smells. So it's super easy to carry. So after the bomb pipette, we take out the number 1, the base. So we need to open the base and then to prepare to make it. When you pick the number 1 base, you need to pick the suitable volume and to brush on the nail beds from the middle left to the right. And today we're going to use this clear powder as the base. For the clear powder, you could see it's the big size, the 2 ounce. You could buy it from our dip powder accessories kit. For our dip powder accessories kit, including 1 2 ounce fast drying clear powder. For the clear powder, you could use as the base, and actually you could use as the cover powder to protect your design. So now we need to use the clear powder for 2 fingers first. So after the clear powder, you need to apply the base again from the middle left to the right and brush evenly for every time because it's kind of the necessary part for you to prevent your nail surface get bumpy. So prepare 1 brush and then going to do the ombre on the nails. And just pick the suitable volume of the powder and just to do the tapping on from the top to the bottom. So today we select number 82 and the number 86. 82 and 86 is the one is the blue color, another is the purple one. So just make the ombre. It's super easy because for our powders, it could be easy to get the ombre look and with natural look. So normally we need to brush one layer of the base again. So every time just put your brush flat and brush evenly. I'm gonna to select the glass pieces. This kind of the glass pieces just kind of the sticker. And for this kind of a sticker is the holographic look. So for this kind of the sticker, you could buy this from Amazon.com too. And we just put the sticker randomly on the nail bed, and we just using the tweezers to help to let it on the suitable sizes, suitable situation. So position. So we just need to use the tweezers to help to pick and just put it on the right position. And this kind of like the glass pieces. This kind of the sticker core glass pieces, but with holographic look. We just want to make the nails look not so solid, a little bit transparent, the semi-transparent look. So after the sticker, we just to pick the powders on the nail bed. Using the brush help to during the tapping. Just using your fingers during the tap on the nails. So after the powders, we pick the chunky glitter on the nail bed. And actually you could use in the same way. If you want more glitter on the nails, actually you could use in the same way to use in a brush and go into tapping on the nails, but you must be to do this kind of the step as soon as possible, because for the base it will be dry. So you need to do more practice when you're using the base and you are going to doing the designs on. So we're going to brush one layer of the base too. And this time we're going to use the clear powder as the cover powder. So as I mentioned, for the clear powder, you could use as the base, and to want to enhancing your nails, you want your nails looks more thick, and then you could use as the base. But for the sharp nails, we do not suggest to use the clear powder as the base. So after the designs, you need to use the clear powder as the cover powder to protect your nail designs, especially after the glitter. So now we back to the tutorial. We need to use a brush to go in to do the tapping. So when you use a brush, you could select the suitable sizes of the brush, because on the Amazon.com you could buy different sizes of the brush. Because when you're doing the ombre on your own natural nails, you need to select more smaller brush to help to do the tapping. And this finger, we're using the blue color and white color to do the ombre. The white color, you could buy this from our G641, the number 2. The color, the white powder is the number 2, the number. So actually suggests for the white powder is suitable to match with the ocean blue colors, the number A2. So after this kind of the ombre nails, you need to using some sticker to help to let designs looks more outstanding. So we chose this glass pieces, the sticker. And after the sticker, we select some chunky glitter. But today we are using the tweezers to help to pick, and actually you could use in a brush just doing the tapping and sprinkle on the nail beds randomly. So we're gonna to go back to the tutorial. So nothing, we just keep going. And now after the chunky glitter and the sticker, we need to brush one layer of the base and then to dip into the clear powder. So another way, if you do not want your nail feel so thick, and actually you could use the nail tips or any scoop to help to sprinkle the clear powder on your nail designs if you do not want so thick. But actually, we're going to dip into the clear powder. It's some way to protect your design. So we're back to this finger. We're going to use the clear powder first. As the base. So actually for the fast drying dipping powder, it's super easy for you to make because for our powders could be dried within 30 seconds by itself. So no matter during the ombre or the French nail, it's so kind of the easy way, the most easier way for you to make the nail designs. And it's very suitable for you to do the DIY designs at home. So we need to brush one layer of the base again, but every time remember to brush evenly, so that's when you do the powders on and your nail surface won't be bumpy or uneven. So just doing the tappings on the nails. And going to do the ombre from the top and the bottom. So we select two colors. For this ocean blue colors and the purple colors, when you're doing the ombre, it just look like the sunsets. But at the sea, this kind of the colors, the combination is so good. So after the first layer of the ombre, we select the sticker and put it on. So today's sticker, we call it glass pieces, but actually you could buy it from Amazon.com. And because this kind of looks like your nail looks more fairy and icy, I think. So after that, we're using the number 3, the chunky glitter. The chunky glitter powders from our G6607. And this number is called number 3. This chunky glitter is the most colors is the silver. So it could be used for this kind of the designs and with some holographic chunky glitters on. So after the glitter or any sticker, we must be use the clear powder to protect. So it's kind of the necessary part for you to make the designs. So for this kind of designs, if you have more suggestions and more idea for us, you could join into our Facebook group and dance to share your experience for how to make more nail designs by the fast drying dipping powder. You could contact with us and join into our Facebook group. And now, if you join into our Facebook group, actually we have so many surprises for you. Okay, back to the tutorial for this color. One is blue, another is the white powder. So for this kind of the ombres, it looks more natural too. So after one times of the ombres, we need to brush one layer of the base again. But every time brush evenly from the middle left to the right. Do not let the base too much more or too lax on. Because later we are going to do the sticker, to put the sticker on and pick some chunky glitters on too. So as you can see, if you do not have the tweezers to pick the chunky glitter, you could use a brush again and just to pick the chunky glitter and just sprinkle on. So if you want to make the designs looks more natural, you could use the tweezers to help to let the chunky glitter to get the right position. So after the chunky glitter, we must be use the base again. But do not worry whether the powder will be easily come off because for our fast drying dipping powder, it could be dried within 30 seconds by itself. So just after seconds, the powder will get dry. So you do not need to worry whether it will be easily come off. So after the designs, cover with one layer of the clear powder. So we go for next. I think some clients have the question why their powder will be easy to come off. Actually, you need to do more preparations before you're doing your nails. You need to push back your cuticle and cut off the excess cuticle before you do the nails designs. And actually, every time we use the balm or the bumper pads to remove the oil and shine from the nail bed. So actually, before that, you need to use the nail buffer to do the slightly buffing on the nail surface to let your nail bed more rough. Then the powder will be more stick with it. So for our powders, is the fast drying dipping powder is kind of the unique formula. When you're using this kind of the formula, you do not need to use the activator for so many times. You just need to use the activator for one time, only one time during the nail art process. So of the colors, we just need to brush 2 layers because for our powders with the smooth but with the full pigment, actually 2 layers is enough. So normally you need to do 2 coats of the color powder. So every time if you do not want the surface get bumpy or uneven, the most important part when you brush the base, you need to pick the suitable volume and that's to brush evenly, just like our nail technician doing, from the middle left to the right. But do not let the base to get on your cuticle skin because you won't feel good. And where the base is, then the powders will be stick with. So here's the important point. Do not let the base to go on your cuticle skin. But if you find already get on the skin, you need to wipe off first and then to dip into the powders, or the powder will be stick with it. So actually for the dip powder nails, it's super easy to make. And although you are the nail beginner, you still could use it to make so many beautiful designs. We got so many clients to share their experience and how to use them well with our fast drying dipping powder kit. So, and we'll keep going to launch more products for you if you just focus on our GHdip. So actually today's for this powder kit. If you are first to use this powder kit and you have the interest, you could buy one. For this kit, is the item number called G649. If you like the blue colors and the purple colors, this is the best choices for you and for your family or your friends. So, and another things I think most of the client already notice, we every time using the brush, just like the powder brush to help to brush off the excess powder. So it's kind of another way to avoid the surface get bumpy and uneven too. And for every time you need to use a brush to brush off the excess powder, you could avoid the problem of your brush get dirty and or your brush get hard. So every time using the brush to help to brush off the excess powder is kind of the necessary steps for you. So when you're doing your nails, you need to relaxing because during the manicure is kind of the funny time for you. So when you dip into the powder, you need to put your finger 45-degree angle and dip into the powder. Just let it stay for a second and take out. And using a brush to brush off the excess. So actually for our model, we are using the fake nails to do the tutorial because we just want to show you how to make this kind of the designs and with the right steps. So because some client might using other brands, the powders on the markets, but you are not so familiar with our fast gel dipping powder. So here's the ways for you to make the fast gel dipping powder now is more easier. So just let it stay for a second and take off the excess powder. And it's so necessary for you to use the brush to brush off the excess powder. So just let it stay for around 30 seconds, then you could do the filing, buffing, and shaping. So normally we're using the nail file. For the powders, it dry as the rock, so you do not need to worry. The powder will be easier to come off by the nail file or nail machine. So we're just using the file to do the filing slightly from the nail beds and the cuticle part. So here's the point. The reason why we're using the clear powder to protect the designs first, because we are doing the nail filing directly on the nails. So every time when you're doing the filing, you could use the nail file and you could use the nail machine. When you're using the nail machine, you need to take care of the speed of the machine, but you could do the adjustment of the speed. So every time if you are doing the nails by yourself, you need to use 2 fingers to hold your cuticle skin to avoid scratching. So after doing the nail file, we need to take out the nail file. For this kind of the nail file, you could buy this from our dip powder accessories kit too. But if you join into our Facebook group, we have the small gift for you. Just focus on our GHdip. So now we're going to do the shaping. For the shapings, we need to do it slightly by the nail file. So I think we have the client says why we do the shapings during the nail process, because we are already done for the natural nails. So no matter the fake nails or the natural nails, during the nail art process, after your nails designs, you must be to do the nail filing of your artificial nails, because it's kind of the necessary part for you to get more beautiful nails. And you do not want the extra powders on your nail edge. And today's our models is wearing the almond shape. For the nail almond shape, I think is the second choice is for the many nail lovers to make the designs, because for this almond shape is very suitable for the nature and for the daily. So after the shaping, we need to using the nail buffer. For the nail buffer, because for the nail buffer it was with the 2 sides. So every time when you're doing the buffings, you need to take care of your cuticle skin. To do the buffings on the nails, just using your fingers to hold the cuticle skin. And just when you're doing the nail buffing, you will note for the nail buffer we got 2 sides. One side is the 100 grit and another side is the 180 grit. So the number is more big, and the surface is with the less coarseness and roughness. So you just choose the size you want. If you want more sharp, just choose the 180. So every time when you're doing the nail buffing, you need to grind in the nail surface more smooth, but with rough surface, and then your dip glue will absorb well. Okay, to sum up the whole nails art process. So did you learn how to make your dip powder nails well? So here are some tips for you. For the beginning, you need to do all preparation for the nails, and you need to wash your hands to soften your cuticle skin and push back the cuticle and cut off the excess dark skin. So, and remove the shine or oil by the nail buffer, and to shape the nails by the nail file. So here's the kind of the necessary parts for you to get more perfect nails. And during the nail art process, you need to brush the base evenly on your nail surface and dip into the powders slightly but softly. So after the powders, after the designs, you need to use the nail machine or the nail file to help you to do the filing and shaping, and to pick the nail buffer again to grind in the nail surface more smooth and let you get more perfect nails. So here's the kind of the necessary parts for you to get more perfect nails if you're doing the powder nails. So actually for the activator, you have some question whether our fast drying dipping powder need the activator. Actually, you need to use the activator before the top. You do not need to overusing the activator because for our fast drying dipping powder it's kind of the unique formula. So after the filing, you need to brush off the excess and just to wipe off the excess dust from your nail bed. So actually you need to wipe off the excess. So accident happens, but do not worry because for our today's matters, wearing is the fake now, so the accident is happens. So you do not need to worry whether when you're doing your own nature nails. So here's the number 2 the activator. For the activator, you just need to apply very thin layer on the nail bed from the middle left to the right. Middle left to the right, just very thin layer, but cover with your whole fingers, the whole nails, the whole nail bed. Middle left to the right, but brush evenly. So after the activator, you just need to use the top. For the top, you need to use 2 times. Apply the top for 2 times. So here's the first time. Do not pick too much dip glue on from the middle left to the right. Middle left to the right, and just very thin layer. But here's the necessary time for you to brush another layer on when you see the surface get matte. And the first layer half dry but still sticky. You need to apply the top directly and immediately for the second layer if you want to get more shiny surface. So we normally to do 2 or 3 fingers together. When you finish the third or 2 fingers, you go back for the first one. Then it's the time for you to brush another layer of the top too. So for after the 2 times of the top, we pick one diamond on the fingers to let the designs looks more fabulous. And here's the designs. You could use any color of the diamond, but use the tricks to help to pick. For our top, it could be let your diamonds to stick with your fingers, but it's more necessary when you chose the smaller sizes of the diamond. So for this finger, we're going to do the top again. From the middle left to the right, don't forget the critical part and the nail edge. So we need to brush again from the middle left to the right. So here's the designs. It looks gorgeous with 2 colors, but just like the fairy ocean. I like this blue colors because for this blue color is suitable for any kind of the skin color, and it's too suitable for the ladies want to go out to hang out, and for this colors it looks gorgeous and is suitable for many choices of their designs. So actually you could select another colors from this powder kits too. You could select different shade of the blue and different shade of the purple color. So we back to the tutorial for this finger. For this hand, we need to brush one layer of the activator. Only one layer of the activator. It's already the normally require of the glue. Only very thin layer of the activator. So for the activator is the volatile liquid. If you after using, you need to keep the cap tightly closed, or your activator will disappear with the air. So take out the number 3, the top. For the top, normally we're doing the 2 coats of the top. So here's the point for our activator is to make sure top get shiny and get dry. So you do not need to use the activator for all overusing. So now after the activator, we pick the suitable volume on the top of the first layer, very thin layer. From the middle left to the right. So every time to remember this, and when the surface gets matte, half dry but still sticky. So here's the point, half dry but still sticky of the first layer, you need to brush another layer of the top on. If you want the double shiny surface. And for our top, it's super easy to control and super easy to brush. And the viscosity is a little bit bigger than the base. So every time brush the top, don't forget the nail edge. So after 2 coats of the top, you need to pick the diamond immediately on the surface. If you want to do it, you need to do it fast. So just pick the diamond or gems to put it on the fingers. And today we select this very beautiful diamond. So you need to wait around 1 minute to let the top get dry. So every time when you brush the top, You just like you to brush the base. So every time we require you to brush the glue evenly and select the surface more without any bumpy. So if you want to do it, you need to pick the suitable volume of the top. For the second layer, it must be much more than the first layer because you want your fingers looks more glossy on the surface. For the two coats of the top, it protects your designs. But do not worry because for our fast shine dipping powder, you could use it. But saving your time because for our top could be dried within 1 minute. It's faster than other brands on the market. So actually today's design we already done. Today's designs we call Ocean Fairy Nails designs, and we want you to see how beautiful of these designs, and it looks very gorgeous for the nails if you want to do these nails at home or you want to go out. For these designs is suitable for you. And with the gems, just like the bling bling nails. For the ombres, as you can see, just like the ocean, the fairy ocean. So for this G649, this item number called G649 now is the limited time lightning deal right now. You could get this kit with very good price. So after the New Year's, now is the 2021. So Happy New Year for everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.